Welcome back. We're here. It's the regular season. It's the real deal. I don't know how I watch a preseason game tonight. I don't know how I watch any preseason games tonight. I just watched a game that had actual, ramifications. I know it's game 1 of 82, but it felt different. It felt like they were all National Hockey League players that I know, that we've seen. There were actually no rookies for the Sharks, which kind of surprised me, that neither Eklund or Bordelot got into the action, but maybe they do tomorrow. If you're San Jose, this really looks like a continuation from last year. For Nashville, this looked great. Reimer versus Saros. I thought the Sharks, though, in those white jerseys, those are fantastic. I cannot wait to get new Sharks jerseys with the new striping. I think it looks absolutely awesome. I love the shoulder patches, which are a throwback to the old ones. It's all very, very nice. Early chance for Forsberg, that goes wide. And I also want to throw in at the start here, the electronic boards are nice. Oh, and I forgot to say at the start, and I apologize because I'm used to saying welcome back. I meant to say ahoy to the people of Czech. It's right here. It's right here on the board. I didn't even read my own board. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to mention too, the electronic boards, as I said, are fine. I wondered if they'd be distracting. I didn't think they were. This means they can sell more ads. And honestly, it looks kind of cleaner. Like it's one ad all the way around the arena rather than so many ads for different things. Also, I was surprised that it wasn't a sellout today. Now, it's during the week. I understand. They're apparently expecting more people tomorrow. So the first shot of the game goes in, at least for Nashville. Sherwood scores from Ekholm and McDonough at 101. And so rough start for the Sharks. First off, you have Forsberg with an early chance that could have gone, and then Sherwood gets it. And Sherwood, what a game by Sherwood today. Press for the Preds, the Preds then press for another. Trennan has a chance that's defended. Then Lawrence had a rush chance that wouldn't go. Vlasic with a near miss. The Sharks had some momentum out of that. Lindblom then had a rush chance that was saved. The rebound is held. And this is where they mentioned the rookies in the Sharks lineup. And I went, yeah, where's Bordelot? Apparently he's there as a healthy scratch. The shots were 2 apiece at 5.5 minutes. Duchesne's then denied on a turnover chance. A lot of turnovers by San Jose today. They've got to clean that up. Sharks get a power play. They had trouble setting it up, but the second unit did. LeBanc has a rush chance that's held, and then 6 seconds after the power play ends, San Jose does score. So it's not a power play goal, but it kind of felt like it. It was Hertl from Meyer at 8:36. And Tomas Hertl, hometown boy, nice ovation, great celebration, and that was fun. Sadly for the fans in Prague, though, that's kind of the highlight of the game, I think, for them. So the Sharks go right back to the power play. It was Yossi with a high stick there. Myers robbed. Then there's a post for Couture. Good pressure, but the Predators kill it off. Johansson then had a rush chance that saved. Lindblom's denied on a 2-on-1. Duchesne then had a net drive that was held. Carlson has a blast that's held on the next play. The shots are 12-7 for the Sharks with 5 minutes left. We get shoving after a hold by UC Saros. Sherwood fired wide on a rush. Then there's a post for Hertl that caused a stir in the crowd as they were anticipating that second goal for Tomas Hertl. The roof would come off if he got a hat trick in the game tomorrow. Yossi has a chance that's held, which might make it a little cooler in the building. Just throwing that out there. Glass then had a chance on a turnover. That's fired wide. The Sharks were sloppy late. Lots of turnovers. Really got to watch that. So it's 1-1 after 1. Second period. There's a fast break for the Preds and a near miss for Niederreiter, and then Tolvanen scores at 1:24. So he scores from Cole Smith and Glass, blasted home on the rush, top corner far side, no chance for Reimer on that one. And it's the first NHL point for Cole Smith, so good for him. They made sure they got the puck for that one. Then we had a fight between Gadjevich, I should say, and Borowiecki, I'm sure to celebrate the first point for Cole Smith. Then we have a post for Meyer on a turnover. So both teams guilty of some turnovers. San Jose, I thought, was guilty of more than Nashville. This is not odd to see in an early October game. This is not something that's outside the realm of probability when you're dealing with early season games. Then there's a delay of game call that leads to a Sharks power play. Oddly enough, there were no too many men on the ice calls in this one. That's one that you usually see earlier in the season and less later. So good cycle. Hertl's parked right at the net. Bonino fires one wide as the power play would come to an end. And you know what? I'm going to throw this out there because this is when I was really noticing the first whistles of the night. So European fans whistle their discontent rather than boo. I think whistling sounds brutal. I do. I I've always thought this watching sports that when European fans are ticked off and they all start whistling, it just sounds more aggressive than booing and yet somehow more refined. I don't know. I know we boo over here. It's all fine and dandy, but I do think the whistling's kind of more of a, hey, they went old school. There's some whistling going on. Cool. So both teams with the early season turnovers right there. And they mentioned as well that the arena being warm, which the players said in between periods, like 200 degrees out there, that could be affecting the quality of the ice. And we'll see in between this game and the next one if the players come out and say, yeah, the ice wasn't great, or what's said after in between, right? So Duchesne had a wraparound that saved. The rebounds held. Then we had a delayed game call. The Preds get the power play on that one. Reimer was without his stick for a while during that. The Preds would cycle, but Reimer gets away with it when Granlund's shot is held by Reimer, who was still playing without his stick. It was a little over a minute in that power play he had without his stick. So that's killed off, and this is where Lindblom exits. I didn't see him come back into the game, so hopefully Lindblom's okay. Niederreiter scores to make it 3-1 at 15:15 from Fabro and Sherwood. So Kiefer Sherwood, a goal and an assist. If you have him on your fantasy team, first question, why? And next question, what are the lottery numbers going to be this week? So that's scored on a 2-on-1. It was a cross-ice pass and a one-timer. And it was a really nice play by Nashville, but it really showed that the defense for San Jose has to be crisper and a little bit better in the next game. You can't leave your goalie hung out to dry like that. Gregor then fires one wide on a rush. Forsberg then had a near miss on a rush of his own. The Sharks, I felt, were allowing way too many odd man rushes for the Nashville Predators. Then there's a press by Nashville with 2.5 minutes left. Johansson with the break. Reimer denies him. Trennan then collide with Carrier in the closing seconds. Trennan was slow to get up, and that's one of those things that's kind of scary because you have two teammates colliding. Obviously, they're not anticipating that's going to happen. But after 2 periods, it's 3-1 for Nashville. So third period, early McDonough shot is blocked. Better start for the Sharks after allowing a goal at 1:01 and a goal at 1:24 in periods 1 and 2 respectively. Predators go to the power play at 2:54, and then 3 seconds later there's a cross-checking penalty, which honestly, when they showed the replay, I agreed with the announcers when they're like, I guess that's the cross-check, because I thought at the fact that it was called immediately, I thought, so is it a face-off violation? Did he hand the puck? Which, I mean, it happens, but yeah, so we have 1:57 of 4-on-4. You get 2 3-second power plays that bookend it. It really doesn't matter. Ferraro has a net feed that's cleared out. Bonino then had one that's picked off. So some net feeds there by San Jose just not quite getting through. And then we had a rush by the Predators that also fizzled out. The early season follies continue for both teams at this point. But again, Nashville's up 3-1, so they're fine with it. Clock's ticking away. So that's killed off. And then Jeannot was robbed at the net. Borowiecki fires one wide as the Predators push. Sherwood, strong forecheck by him. He was forcing turnovers. So a goal, an assist, forcing turnovers, checking in the corner. Sherwood looking like a beast right now to start the season. Maybe he'll be one of those guys that the first couple weeks of October look great for him. That does happen with players. But yeah, so we'll see if that happens. A very solid game for him. Then there's a high stick. The Predators go back to the power play. Vlasic blocks a Forsberg chance and cleared it out. Tolvanen then fires one high. Jeannot has a chance that's held. Yossi fires one wide. That power play was killed off. So the Sharks defense starts pinching, but it doesn't seem like it mattered what they were throwing at the net. If Saros can see it, he is saving it. This is the same thing I said about UC Saros last year. Now we're back. If he sees it, he saves it. Meyer has a rush chance that deflects out. Reimer then denied Carrier. We get some shoving after that. There's a near miss by Johansson. San Jose pulls the goaltender with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. They would call a timeout 9 seconds later with 1:36 left. Doesn't end up being successful. Duchesne gets an empty net goal from Granlund. Granlund could have scored that himself and opted to get it to Duchesne, who gets the goal. Forsberg with the secondary assist. That's at 19 minutes and 30 seconds. So your final score is 4-1. Nashville goes to 1-0 on the season. San Jose falls to 0-1. The shots in this one, 13-11 San Jose in the first, 15-9 for the Nashville Predators in the second, where they got 2 goals, and then 9-6 San Jose in the third. The shots were close, 32-31 for Nashville. Both teams 0 for 4 on the power play, though, as I said, Hurdle's goal was right after that power play ends. The hits 23-22 for Nashville. So not a really heavy hitting game, which is a bit of a surprise because it's Nashville. I would think that ramps up as tomorrow's game gets going. Reimer, 28 saves on 31 shots. Saros saves 30 out of 31 shots at the other end of the ice. And again, here we go. Regular season has begun. These teams will meet again tomorrow, still in Prague, still at O2 Arena, and we'll see how that goes. But again, Czechs, ahoy, which is both hello and goodbye in Czech, because I wanted to make sure I got that right. So hopefully if you went to the game, you enjoyed it, and hopefully tomorrow's game is fun as well. And again, because Hertl's the hometown boy, yeah, it'd be nice to see him get another goal tomorrow, right? He was clearly very happy to get that on home ice. And so that's kind of a fun story on a day that there wasn't a whole lot of fun for San Jose. We'll see if they even it up tomorrow when they're the home team. Nashville had final change today. Tomorrow, San Jose gets the last change. Let me know your thoughts regarding this game in the comment section below as always. Yes, I have the Blue Jays game on TV now. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.